Hello, this is Robbie Schrader speaking. Welcome to the room you chose to go into after you left your house today. Unless you live here, well, you probably don't live in this room. If you technically live in this room, we're going to give you a pass. I'm going to give you a room pass. This is a comedy competition. This is an entertainment center. This is for physique, physiology, philosophy, fraternity, sorority, serendipity, synthesism, synapses fired shots. My parents did get divorced. That's why I started comedy, but it took me about a year to start. I had to be that. I had to like let my cats get fleas, let one run away. No, I had that happen after I started. My life went downhill when I started walking down a hill. My life is, anyways, when your parents get divorced, they have a lot of stuff and they have to like show up and take it without them knowing. And I got the saran wrap. I got a Costco-sized saran wrap. I still have it. It's 10 years later. I barely made a dent in the saran wrap. I'm gonna have the saran wrap through all of my marriages and my last will and testament is wrap my ashes in the saran wrap and then just throw the rest of it in with the body in the landfill. I want my ashes spread on Garbage Island. I want a helicopter trip to Garbage Island when it's burning. I want a nuke to hit Garbage Island, and I want all of my remains on Garbage Island. Do you know couch lock, when you can't get out of a couch? I think there's a thing called car lock, when you can't get out of a car. You're just trapped in a car. You're just like so depressed. You're on Twitter tweeting about your life. X. You're on X, but not ecstasy. You're tweeting your thoughts. You're live. I guess it's still Tweeter. You ever wake up with bad breath? Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes I don't know. What's the deal with tie racks? Who has a tie rack anymore? It's probably as common as a gun rack. No, in Seattle, in Puyallup, Washington State Fair. Go out and do the Tulip Festival. Also a thing. Things are things. Anybody have a beard and then you think the beard is like a HEPA filter? Your beard is, you're filtering the air with your beard. It's like not going over your mouth or your nose, but I heard the more you breathe in with your nose, the healthier you are. When I was a little kid, I visited my grandfather's house. One time I got served apple juice. I was getting apple juice served for me out of a cup. I thought there was a pinto bean that fell out of the apple juice. I wouldn't drink the apple juice. I looked in there, no bean, still wouldn't drink it. My grandpa got very upset with me. You can't waste apple juice. You don't want to waste apple juice. This is an old joke, really old, so old. This is not as old as my grandfather that's not existent. But he really lives in the memory of him. The people that die live in the memory until you forget them. So you better, I wrote down in a notebook, I was like, this is the woman, Janice Miller tipped me $100 on a pizza delivery one time. I was like, why did I write her name down so I can look her up later and stalk her? Anyways, cornstalk. When I was a little kid, I did not know how to tie my shoes, and it kind of became a joke that, oh, Robbie doesn't know how to tie his shoes. He gets Velcro shoes. He has to get his mom or dad to tie his shoes. Oh, Robbie, when you grow up, you're going to have to find a girlfriend to tie your shoes because you'll never know how to tie your shoes. So, anybody know how to tie shoes? All right. When my mom was pregnant with me, she was allergic to cantaloupe. Allegedly. When I went to camp as a child to Orcas Island, I went to Orcas Island camp. They had the norovirus there. I lost 10 pounds in a week. It was like a weight loss camp for kids. We had a bucket of love. Where everybody got to puke in the bucket of love together, because that's what you want when you want to have kids bond. When I was on the ferry back from Orcas Island, this random photographer was like, Robbie, you have a pretty face. Can I take your portrait? Can I get your address and phone number? Can we call your parents so I can take a picture of you right now? And I don't know where that picture is, but I had like hair down to my what's the area next to your lips? Yeah, next to my cold sore. I had hairs down to my cold sore, and the one in my mouth when I stick my tongue out. I was in a father-son group called Indian Guides. It's where like mostly white people hang out with their Indian guides, Indian princesses. I was in the Shoshone tribe. My dad's Indian name was like Triple Eagle because he was into golf. He still is. I quit golf several times as a child. I would have golf tantrums where I'm like, driving, I'm going to use my putter to hit this ball off the tee. I don't care. And I had a perfect shot one time. I'm like, I quit. Green Lake, 9 holes. You know the 19th hole is the bar? Do you know that? Okay. One time whiskey's not my drink of choice, and I don't even drink really, but I've drank cheap whiskey and gotten sick and eaten fresh strawberries and painted red. I painted red with strawberries out of my mouth. What do you think tree roots are trying to say when they push up the concrete? What's that? I don't know. I'm no arborist. You think they have concrete in Crete, though? This is me turning the page for everybody that's blind. I met this woman named Claire the other night at David Altamirano's apartment thing. He was trying to do a show. She was pretty drunk. It was her birthday. She kept saying, she was like so fucked up. She was like on the mic, but she said, point being, XYZ, XYZ, point being, la, 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 la. You know, that's how she like did the yada, yada, yada. It was interesting. I took notes. I noted it down. I'm saying it now. This is very specific. I'll forget this in 2 months. You ever date yourself? This just says be funny. Okay. I know. I'm just working on my type 5 for Conan. I'm trying to get. He doesn't even have a show anymore. I need to stop doing some whatever's making me talk fast. No, wait, do it more. You know the natural disasters? That's the BDSM of weather. That's a good premise. Tornadoes. Oh, hello. The big funny, Travis Simmons. You ever masturbate about non-sexual things, like my funeral? Like my future. One time I had Dayquil and KFC and I got sick. Jar Jar Binks, that's funny. I act like I don't have a dick. I think I'm not gonna say the fuck word, sex. I think stone fruit is interesting, like nectarines. Like every nectarine tastes a little different, and maybe like a rib. Like a rib is like a meat stone fruit. Like we're all stone fruit. Like the stone in our fruit is our bones. There's something there. Same with beard moons. There's something with beard moons, but that's very specific. In a world. You should add that to your set, Travis. Doing the in the world. In a world. Yeah. That's a great premise. I think I wrote down something like, I'm in love with the Vietnamese language. I don't know what that means. I also wrote down, ride the silence.
Nice.
All right, here's another one that says, poop, dick, relationship joke. Yeah, those are the classic jokes. And then that one says, throw your book, trash the stage, lock the doors. This is a hostage situation. I have called the sheriff, the marshal, the plane marshal is here. Excuse me, this is your comedian speaking. We are coming in for an emergency laughing. Put your hands in the upright clapping position. If you're an audience member and you know it, clap your hands. On deck is Ryan Padilla, but coming to the stage, give it up for Viridith Saya Nunn.